Well, it's Monday. We're back again.
It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party! It's Monday, boys and girls, let's party!
And party we shall, folks. It is the post-Mother's Day of celebrating all of you out there. That's right, it's your day if you're joining us right now. Across the TikToks, the Instagrammies, the GeoCities, the ICQs. Are you on LimeWire? Seriously, get off LimeWire. That's not even how you surf the web. And folks, if you're on X or YouTube, welcome aboard. Heed the call, one and all, for knowing what the heck's going on in theme parks. Today, we're joined by MagicalyMJ and Ron of Follow the Bradley's Fun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following these two, well, you should be. It's practically in the man's name. And MJ celebrating 250 years of America.
Absolutely.
Welcome to you both. It's going to be a fun ride today. Let me tell you, we got lots of stuff to talk about. Folks, we're happy you're here. Welcome aboard, everybody. And let me tell you, it has been a fun ride lately. Take a look at this. Benny Johnson is out there covering the Star Wars scoop we got. And Benny put this out there. He's at 170,000 views. That's pretty good. Benny saying Disney ready to delete the woke Star Wars sequel. Folks, if you didn't see this, we put this thing out last Sunday on May 3rd. And I think this may be, this is the biggest tsunami in terms of scoops we've ever done because of the timing. We put that thing out about the sequel trilogy reset. And within 12 hours, Nielsen released the sequel trilogy data and just annihilated Disney by doing so. Or did Disney want Nielsen to do that so they could reset it? We don't know. But then it was just like 48 hours later, we got the photo from Lucasfilm that Josh D'Amaro, Dana Walden, and Alan Bergman, 3 days before we got our scoop, had flown to San Fran and spent a day at Lucasfilm. The top Disney leadership, as soon as the changeover happens, top leadership flew for a day to Lucasfilm. Things are happening. Let me tell you, things are happening. And how big is this getting? One of the concerns we have is we never want to we don't want to be the tail that wags the dog. If we put a scoop out there. But I got to say, 25, nearing now 26 million views on Geeks and Gamers covering this scoop. Look down there, 26 million views. I think this is outpacing, honestly. I think this is outpacing The Mandalorian and Grogu in terms of excitement. I really, really do. So, is it going to come true? Well, folks, we're always talking about future products. We're always talking about future stuff when we do a scoop. So they could change, but I think it's actually more than it likely than it was when we first reported it out, because Disney's got to be seeing these metrics and saying, oh my gosh, look how excited people are. Look how amazingly excited people are for this to happen. So anyway, putting it out there, folks, it's tragic. Poor Rey. Poor Kylo. Not poor us, though. We've got Ruby Hoove out there gifting a That Park Place membership, and Ruby, we certainly do appreciate it. And Ruby, again, for 22 months. Have a marvelous Monday. Like, subscribe, and share. Ruby, we appreciate you. Folks out there in the chat, we do have a super chat goal today. Culture will be joining us in the second hour. And I had this thought. Ron, you tell me if I've gone wrong with this. I just thought, our buddy Culture, he loves to talk about greenhouses. He loves to talk about plants. We always shut him down. We cut him off. I know after 12 minutes, you got to do something. It's a show about theme parks, not plants, but still, the man talks about all the... I thought, what if we just let him go? Folks, you can make this day be a special day for Culture Casino. We will let the man speak. Whatever is on his heart, his mind, maybe even on his shoes, he can share with us about gardening today. If you make the super chat goal come true. All right, MJ. All right, Ron, are we ready to run wide open and lap the mouse over and over again?
Over and over again.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think that's a yes.
Ka-chow.
Shall we? Ka-ching, ka-chow. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Big story today is, of course, that Epic's attendance has skyrocketed and Disney has dropped. But I don't want to start that way. I got a funny story. Is it okay if we do the funny story first?
Funny story first.
I love funny
Okay.
stories, so
Okay.
I'm all for that. Mhm.
Folks, what if we start off this way? There is a broke influencer out there. Somebody who, I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's shtick or what, but she's broke. She got no money, okay? She got no money. She's got legs, but she don't got no money. And the whole idea of her channel is she goes to Disney for free. And she spilled the beans. She told how she does it. And now, a lot of that free stuff a lot of people have been enjoying just might be going away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something here. There are plenty of perks at the Walt Disney World Resort. There are lots of freebies that you can get if you just know how to do it. But most people don't talk about it online because we know that the minute we show you how to do that, it will go away. Because people will then abuse what is a good thing. And so we're always careful, right? That there are ways to get in the parks for less money. There are ways to do things for less. There's ways to go places you didn't know you could go. I'm not talking about urban exploring. Don't do that. But there are some things that are so good we just don't talk about them because we know that if Disney finds out, they'll wipe it out. Let me give you an example that's not monetarily related. We know, I guarantee you folks, we have the list of every reference that still exists for Splash Mountain and for Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear. We know where it's at. We know where those things are. We know where they still have zippity doodah in some form or another. Do you think we come out and say it? No, because some little, what do you want to say? Some little precocious, fresh out of college person, cast member at Disney, will go find it and take it away. So we don't say, hey, by the way, they at the bathroom near Columbia Harbor House, there's still no, we don't do that. Ron, that was a reference for you. Kim Morrissey has gone there and spilled the mouse beans from people. Orlando local who can't afford to go to Disney Parks shares how she experiences all the magic for free. Oh no, Kim, don't do it. Kim Morrissey shares the free or inexpensive experiences available to locals at the Walt Disney World Resort, often for $10 to $20 per day. Oh, Kim, you've gone there. Here we go, folks. Park tickets, Mickey ears, dining experiences, collectible pins, and churros. Oh, don't tell them about the churros. It all adds up quickly during a trip to the Walt Disney World Resort. However, one local creator is on a mission to highlight the free and relatively inexpensive offerings spread across the more than 40 square mile vacation destination, which is to say, these will all be going away very shortly. Orlando resident Kim Morrissey moved to Florida about a year ago. While the 27-year-old says she's always loved Disney movies and TV shows, she's only become obsessed with the parks in the last 5 years. Disney influences and stuff started popping up on my page. The restaurant worker tells people, I just started falling in love with living vicariously through those creators. I always wonder too, like if you're a restaurant worker and you're a starting off influencer, starting off vlogger, blogger, like how does People Magazine just find you and say, you want an article about you? Let's do that. Well, okay, she's got it. Here we go. As someone on a strict budget, visiting parks isn't currently an option for Morrissey, although she plans to purchase a budget-friendly Pixie Pass when she has the means to do so. Until then, she decided to start making a series of videos for people like her, people who live near Disney, but who can't afford to go to the parks but still want to experience all the magic. In many of her videos, Morrissey starts her adventures by parking at Disney Springs, Disney World's outdoor shopping, dining, and entertainment complex. Unlike other areas of the resort that require a park, dining, or hotel reservation, Disney Springs offers free parking outside of peak season. You can see here, here's what her stuff is like, okay? Let's play it. Here we go.
The Contemporary Resorts, and I am here to watch fireworks, so come with me. I parked in Disney Springs and took a resort bus over to the Contemporary Resort. This is a monorail resort, which means you get to see the fireworks at night from Magic Kingdom. I had not yet had a Mickey bar yet this year, so I decided to go grab a Mickey bar and have it out on the viewing deck. Personally, I prefer watching the fireworks from the Polynesian, but anywhere you get to see this magical finale is worth it, in my opinion. So,
all right, let's just pause there. Okay, so here's the deal. MJ, I'll go to you first. You know this. Ron knows this. I know this, and we know 100 other tricks like this. The reason we don't put these out there is because as soon as it becomes popular, okay, if it becomes popular and lots of people start taking the buses from Disney Springs to other places and then going and doing the fireworks and doing blah, 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 and she's giving away a lot bigger secrets than this one, we're sticking with those folks because we're not going to promote the others that actually we're like, oh, please don't take that away. MJ, I don't think this is a great idea for any influencer to go out there and be like, hey, the super secret way that you get 80% off, here it is, everybody. Like, that's going to just end it. What say you? Am I being too much about this? Maybe this is the right thing to do. Maybe everybody needs to know these tricks.
I mean, to an extent, because it's like the way Disney has the way Disney has done things in the last 10 years is almost forcing people to give away the secrets, if you will. But yeah, it's just a matter of time if this goes viral and everyone starts copycatting. But then there's the people that are very timid and they won't take that risk, and then they will do things the legitimate way. I don't know how much of an audience that this young lady is going to reach. To each their own. Everybody picks their streamers that they like to watch.
Well, she got a People magazine article. That ought to do it. I mean, I didn't get one of those. Did you get one of those? They
could boost her publicity that way, yeah, for sure. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's a matter of personality and taste, and I just think that you could give people a couple of tips and tricks to an extent, so you don't ruin it for everyone. Because if too many people abuse it, all it takes is one rotten apple, and then everything else goes to waste. So
well, watch this. Watch this. There's a type of ticket that exists that if you have a family member who qualifies for said ticket in the entire nation, there's a way to, I think, abuse that. And if everybody knew how to do it, it would stop it. And that's why we never talk about it. I could come out and say, people, you can get tickets for 50, 60% off. I can do that. I can tell you how to get maybe even cheaper than that. And if I do, with the kind of signal we have, lots of people will start doing that. And I guarantee the next year, Disney will come out and say, and that's over.
Well, that's what happened with DAS. People were like, oh, you just go and if you pretend and you just start, making up stories, then you don't have to wait in line and just act like you got something wrong with you or whatever. And then people abused the heck out of that. Disney caught on to that, and they made it nearly impossible for anyone to legitimately qualify for DAS. And now we have the mighty lightning lane.
All right, let's talk about that, Ron. That's a great point. The DAS situation, for those who don't know, that's for people who have a disability. How do they get to, deal with the lines? How do they get on the rides? People found out that there were ways to use that, and suddenly there was stuff online on Reddit, on the various forums, explaining what to say in order to qualify, sometimes very unfairly, for that service. And ultimately, Disney had to shut it down, and the replacement is terrible. So, Ron, this is the worry I have when people go out and start, telling the loopholes for everybody to hear.
Yeah, it's definitely a worry. I don't think the DAS situation became overwhelmingly bad until Disney started charging for what was once complimentary, which used to be Fast Pass. I worked at Disney. I was a cast member when part of my job was to give away free Fast Passes, and it was not a big deal. It was a great incentive.
Were you there during the Year of a Million Dreams or what?
No, when I worked for Disney Vacation Club, one of our incentives was free Fast Passes.
Yeah,
and you add six of them or whatever. It was a great incentive, and people, it was a great. It wasn't the best system in the world, but people certainly liked it. And the wonderful thing about that system is it was very easy as a Disney cast member to go and compare that with something going on in a different park where they would charge $300 or $400 for that, per person, that privilege of being able to skip lines. So, and of course that doesn't exist anymore, as being able to make that comparison. That there is no Disney difference in a good way. So, but as far as, a trick like parking at Disney Springs and then riding a bus to the, to one of the resorts, I don't think that's too big of a deal to reveal, because to be honest, if you're a Disney fan and you live in Orlando and you wanted to go, you would find that out anyway. Putting that,
to actually say on here, I think most people know about that.
Right. And that's why, and we won't go further than that as as far as certain things. And of course, there are things to do at Disney World relatively not super expensive that are still fun that anybody can participate in. For example, a lot of people don't even know you can go horseback riding at Disney World. There is a fee. It's not the biggest fee in the, it's like going horseback riding anywhere else, about the same price, maybe a little bit more.
Is it not 45? Is that how much it is these days? For 30 minutes an hour?
It could range between 50 to 85.
Oh,
And
it's went up since I
it's
looked
available
last, yeah.
and it's available in various places. Like if you want to do a horse and carriage, horseback riding, like he said, archery, there's so much you can do, but you need a reservation or they just won't let you in that specific resort property. Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty to do that way of obviously getting around Walt Disney World. Just, I think it could be dangerous if way too many people that were not staying on the property started using recreation at the different resorts and stuff, that it would get shut down. And it's very possible to do that. As a cast member, I worked working as a lifeguard. That was part of recreation, right? That was so that whole field is something
you ran off all the pool hoppers, did you? Oh man, Ron, you felt bad.
Look, I'll be honest with you. If you know what goes on at Disney pools when a whole lot of guests aren't there, you don't want to go to them anyway. So it's not.
Don't do it, folks. Don't get your swimming suit in a towel. Don't
Gator mating season, Ron?
There are gators out there, that's for sure. Look, but I will say this. You could also influence people to do the wrong thing. And this happened a lot in the 2010s after River Country closed. Of course, that's a construction site now for a new resort, but there were a lot of those urban explorer types who would take advantage of, I can get around property and then I'll make my way back to River Country and then I'll sneak under or over a fence or way. Don't do that kind of stuff. There's what I have noticed, and a lot in the last 5 years is just really awful behavior from guests a lot of times. Jumping off the safari ride to go to the restroom or doing it straight in the park at Hollywood Studios or like it's just things are.
But that reflects on the cast members and their training, because after COVID, things got really out of hand. They started spiraling more and more out of hand. People are coming in with less respect to the property, more vandalism, more guests jumping out of ride vehicles, less people adhering to rules and regulations on the property. And I just feel like that has a lot to do with cast member training.
Well, it's not just that, but it's also the price. I mean, when people are paying, people start to feel very privileged when they are like, okay, I've just spent $10,000 on a 5-day vacation. Rather than it used to be 3,000 for the same thing. There's a lot of that going on at Walt Disney World, and that's why you have somebody like this who goes, hey, I moved to Orlando. I want to do as much as I can for free, and I'm just going to share it with everybody, because she obviously hasn't been here long enough to know, hey, you don't spill the tea, otherwise you're going to lose the tea.
Yeah, and I want to be careful about her because, Miss Morrissey had probably not much in terms of influence. And so this was kind of a benign little thing. She's just sharing the ideas. And then people, sticks this out there where it's going to change things. As I get ready to read the last paragraph, let me just tell you this, okay? Everybody will understand this as soon as I give this anecdote. And again, I'm not telling one that's going to shut down anything or change the perks or, and it's not even a monetary thing. This is one of those where well, I'll just tell you. So maybe 10 years ago, there was a deal where if you yelled at the Toy Story characters, Andy's coming, the Toy Story characters would know to pose as if they were slumped over, or they would pretend to be actual toys. Man, that's cute, right?
Yeah.
The problem is it got out on the internet, as it was going to do. And what happened? It had to be stopped. Because the Toy Story toys can't walk 5 feet now without hearing, Andy's coming, 5 more feet, Andy's coming. Same thing with Turtle Talk with Crush. It's cute, right? When he says, yo, dude, what's your favorite food? And somebody says, I like turtles. And he makes the funny face, right? It's not funny anymore if every single show is, yo, what do you eat, dude? And a grown-up yells, he likes turtles. It's not fun anymore. And so that, that question has to be taken out. So I don't think Miss Morrissey is trying to do anything wrong here. For the biggest perks, nothing gets Disney to shut down something faster than, hey, guess what? There's a secret free way to do this. Disney will very quickly be like, we'll shut that down, I tell you. Well, that's not going to happen anymore under my watch. So here's the last paragraph, though. Admittedly, it can be hard for Morrissey to watch other creators enjoy the offerings inside the parks, but she says she's close enough to get her Disney fix for now. Quote, sometimes I'll go to a resort and watch the fireworks, so I kind of get a little glimpse of the castle. I'm just holding on to that hope that one day I'll be in the park when I save up enough money. I think she can do that. I think after this People magazine article, that's not going to be a problem. Okay. But be careful, folks, about putting out there in a big way some of the ways that, if there's a discount for the elderly, don't go out there and be like, you don't have to say your real age. You can pretend to be elderly, because then, the old people lose their coffee the next day.
I'm a 3-year-old.
Oh, you don't. I have a whole story on that one.
We're not going down that path. Oh, my gosh. See, I caught you, Ron. People didn't know this. I can still see what's happening when the interstitials play. I could see you starting to tell how to get your 3 and 4-year-olds.
No. I was going to sell Disney monetized the whole Andy's Coming secret by putting it in the restaurant now. So if you go to that barbecue restaurant, every now and again, they say Andy's Coming, and all of the wait staff and everybody freeze because everybody's in there supposed to be toys, and you're supposed to participate in that because you're a toy too.
Everybody freeze.
It's just abuse. Don't abuse the system, folks.
No,
that's right. Archer Merchant for 10. I didn't assist with security division negotiations previously, but if you guys ever want to ask a few questions about what park negotiations look like from the service sector, let me know. I can answer. Archer, we would love to hear your thoughts on it. This security thing at Disneyland, man, is a mess in about 15 different ways. You got issues with the strike, but also you got people who are very dissatisfied with Disney security at Disneyland, and you got Disneyland security guards who are very dissatisfied with the way they're being treated and perceived, and that is an ugly PR situation. Daniel is out there for 49999999999. Oh, I wish there were more nines, but it's okay. Daniel, we love these number of nines. I just had to do the seagulls from Finding Nemo. I've been in full panic mode since you all said that any upcoming Disney firings might mean that the AI apocalypse is coming. What should I do because I can't lose my future job? Well, you can't lose what is not yet your job. Daniel, okay. So I understand you're concerned about AI. AI is going to come. It's going to transform the world. There's no doubt about that. I could spend 30 minutes explaining all of it. But Daniel, what I would need to know is, what is your future job? You see, if I know what it is that you want to do, I can tell you whether or not that's likely to go anytime soon. If your desired job is to be an electrician for Disney Imagineering, I don't think that's going away anytime soon. I don't think Optimus robots are going to become electricians in the next 5 years. However, if you say, Pro, I've always dreamed, I dreamt as a child, because that's one of my favorite past tenses of any verb is dreamt. I dreamt of being a coder for the Disney website. Well, Daniel, I have bad news for you. You're probably not going to be a coder for the Disney website. Most coding is now happening by AI. The cool thing about that, though, is that programmers really aren't going away yet. We don't see any signs of programmers going away. It's just that programmers are doing 10 times the work they were doing before, and sometimes at even greater efficiency. So, Daniel, don't be afraid. Embrace the future. It's the people who are afraid who become like the Luddites and they get left behind. Embrace tomorrow. Be like the spirit of Epcot and conquer the future. Wildman of Yavin for 20, remembering old Disney and new Disney. This conversation reminds me of when we were on the bus heading to the Magic Kingdom in the morning. My daughter had projectile vomit on said bus.
Oh, to be a parent. God bless you.
And oh, to be those who were near said projectile vomit.
That's terrible. Oh,
it happens, though, folks. It's always the hottest day when the diaper blowout in the stroller is underway.
Code V, ladies and gentlemen. Code V.
Oh, my Lord.
Wild Men of Yavin for 10. Thank you to the lady next to us as she stepped up when I had no idea what the cuss was going on. She took care of us. Disney devoted the bus to get us back to the cabin. That is truly kind. Yes, 100%. And we've got Wild Men of Yavin for 5. Even had someone meet us to get us back to the cabin to make sure she was okay. I doubt that would happen today.
I would like to say I've had a few amazing cast member bus drivers as well. There was a time when my family, we were stranded at the Contemporary, and I can't remember where we needed to get to. It was pouring down rain, and the bus pulled up it was supposed to go other than the destination we needed to get to, right? They have that schedule. And there was nobody else around, and the bus driver goes, "Just hop in, I'll get you to where." I think it was the Grand Floridian we needed to go to, or something like that. He goes, "Don't worry, I'll get you over there." It was supposed to go to like Disney Springs or something, but he did that for us, and that is, Disney still does have those great cast members that probably are old school cast members. That are like I was when I was there. I consider myself a guest advocate. I wanted the guests to have the absolute best time they could. And if that meant doing something a little bit out of the normal, then I would do that.
Yep. There's some really good cast members out there. And I really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. If you guys are listening, we had a vomit story. I'll make it quick. We were riding Slinky Dog, got off Slinky Dog. The baby vomited everywhere. We were heading to Fantasmic, and the cast member rushed to us with towels, a water bottle, a popcorn bucket. And I'm just like, "Here's my credit card. I'm so sorry for all this mess." And she came, and there was like people cleaning it up. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I gave her my card. She's like, no, we don't want your credit card. We want you guys to have a good time. And we got the baby cleaned up, and then we went to go see the show. There's some good cast members out there. That was very sweet of them to do that. And it was a whole team of them too. So shout out to all the good cast members that helped clean the vomit.
And folks, in the spirit of the first story, let us just say, please, if there is an empty bus with nobody around going to a different destination than you're going to, do not go to the bus with the expectation of, "Hey, you bus driver, Ron of Father Bradley's Fun said you'll go anywhere I tell you to go, so step on it, buddy." No, that's not. Don't do that. Okay?
That's not the point of the story. It was just, it was a great situation. Do not expect it, and you should not expect it.
That's right. When it happens, it's just a good thing. Okay, it's just a good thing.
It's magic. Yes,
that's right. It's magic.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, MJ, Ron, I'm going to be going on camera soon. The studio is going to be no longer just a still image behind me. That's going to be happening on this channel, I think, in June.
No. How is that possible? Everybody knows that you always have been an AI voice since the 1970s.
That's right. Since the 70s, I used to speak like this. I was Stephen Hawking's chair.
I thought you were Max Headroom.
I don't know how I'm going to take it. I'm just going to be like, "Oh my gosh, who is this?"
But here we go. All right, so MJ, you've been on camera. Ron, you've been on camera. What are your recommendations before I go on camera? It'll start on the Pro Show, I think, the last week of May, and then in June we'll be on camera here. What are your recommendations? What should an on-camera pro do for the crowd?
Prior to going
Ron,
on
you're
camera.
a dude, so I'll let you go first on this one, because
I was going to say prior to going on camera, pro, you might want to reveal your actual gender.
What is going on?
I've kept that close to the vest, Ron, for a long time.
You gotta I'm gonna get teary-eyed, and I'll turn off my camera because I am an emotional person. You guys know I love everyone. I'm a mom also, and a wife, and everything. But anyway, I want to give you some advice. I'm gonna take off my glasses. The biggest piece of advice I can give anyone, and this is for everyone out there that wants to go on camera doing anything they want on YouTube or anywhere on those platforms, just be yourself. Do not compare yourself to anyone or anybody. Comparison is the thief of joy and happiness. Don't look to try to impress anybody. Just be yourself, because people can feed off of that. People will feel that kind of energy coming from you. And smile. Always smile, whether it's a straight smile or a crooked smile or whatever you have going on, because sometimes if you really start nitpicking, "Oh, I have a crooked eye, I have an ugly tooth, and my nose is like this." No, you just have to be content with the way the good Lord made you. And that's all I can give you, my friend. That's the only words of advice I have for you.
I feel more confident about my third nostril every time you describe what we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we got stories to do. We'll come back and hit these super chats in just a minute, but hang tight because it's record-breaking attendance in Florida, but maybe not at Disney World. Say what? Hold on to your hats. From WDW Magic, imagine that. Orlando is breaking visitor records as Disney World bookings point to a stronger 2026. Notice, however, the change in tense here. For the English teachers out there, you're going to love this video, okay? I can't tell you the number of high school English teachers who watch this show, and they're about to have a great time saying, see, I told you my class was important. Pay attention to grammar. Orlando breaks visitor record, okay? Now, how did they break the visitor record? Because in the past tense, they did something which caused the visitor record to become broken. And so they broke it. Disney World bookings point to. What is that, folks? What is point to? Well, it's a substitute future tense phrase. It's pointing to the future, but it's all using present tense verbs to kind of hide it. I love this, right? So what happened really? Orlando broke the visitor record in the last year. Disney World did not. Its attendance went down. How is WDW Magic reframing that? The bookings currently are pointing to a stronger 2026 for Disney World. But guess what? There's a delta. There's a negative delta. Orlando attendance went up. Orlando visitor records were broken. Disney attendance dropped. We know that from the Josh Tomorrow thing where Disney dropped 1% in the domestic parks. And that's even with maybe some smoke and mirrors. Let's get to the article. It says Orlando welcomed more visitors in 2025 than at any point in its history, according to new data released by Visit Orlando on May 7th. The destination recorded 76.7 million visitors last year, a 1.8% increase over 2024, and the highest total ever reported for the region. By the way, we believe 2024 was the second highest, right? So this is a steady climb. It says the growth was driven almost entirely by domestic visitors. Domestic visitation rose 2.2% to reach 70 million, itself a record. Visits by Floridians increased 3.4%, though the overall domestic mix remained predominantly out-of-state travelers. Overnight visitation held firm, accounting for 70% of domestic visitors, or 49.2 million travelers, up 1.8% year over year. That remaining 30% may have just been from South Carolinians dropping on down to Jacksonville. I don't know, but it's rather difficult to drive from out of state to Orlando and then back again. You're really pulling something off there. That is a meaningful figure for the theme parks. Overnight guests tend to spend more, stay longer, and visit the parks on multiple days. It goes on to talk about international visitation, which was soft, and we believe it'll be even more soft going into 2026. Canada, just they're angry, okay? The 51st state is very unhappy about being called that. I would never say it. I'm just quoting the news, okay? You've got UK, though, is up. Brazil is up. Mexico's up. Colombia, who knew, is up. But Canada, way, way, way down. Okay, now here's the deal. We can go through this. It's all very interesting. But what do we know from Josh Tomorrow? We know that Disney World attendance is down. So how in the world did Disney World, the biggest tourist destination in Florida, how did that go down and Florida went up? Well, boys and girls, what do we know about Universal Studios? What do we know about their records? Well, they broke records with Epic Universe. So in the last Disney earnings report, Disney finally admitted, hey, we've got what they're calling headwinds with Epic Universe. Ron, I'll go to you first on this one. With record-breaking attendance in Florida, record-breaking attendance at Universal Studios, and Disney going the opposite way, is it time for us to say maybe Disney needs to change strategies?
Well, I think part of the problem for Disney right now is they're attempting to change strategies. And what do I mean by that? Everything's under construction. There are so many walls up at Disney.
Okay, but the problem, Ron, is nobody is really excited for what's behind those construction walls, except in Animal Kingdom.
It's true. That is true. There's not a lot that they're bringing to the table. There's a lot of reimagining, a word I absolutely hate. It's retheming.
And set aside too, Ron. Okay, so like when I say that people are not excited for anything that's under construction except Animal Kingdom, which is the Encanto area, set aside Rivers of America. Just set that aside for a minute. I don't know of anybody who is in my chat. I mean, listen, we talk to millions of people on any month, right? We have millions of people who watch our videos. We have tons and tons of people who read the articles. There's not been a single comment. There's not been a single super chat. There's not been a single guest who has said, boy, I can't wait for that Monsters roller coaster to open in Hollywood Studios. Nobody seems to be excited about that. And there's not been one person who said, definitely not one person who said, boy, that glob, that Monsters Inc. show that's going in Muppet Vision. Oh, I can't wait. Woo, we got to get, you think we could sneak in there and get a photo? Nobody cares about this stuff.
No, you know, it was interesting when I was out there at Hollywood Studios the other day, and I saw, you know, I did a construction update. It's on the channel, and it was May the 4th. It was the busiest that I'd ever seen Galaxy's Edge, and it was Disney World, not Disneyland. And I believe, and I said this in my video, I believe when I was out there that this was the way that Disney had hoped Galaxy's Edge would be every day of the year, and then busier on the 4th of July. All right, sorry, on May the 4th. So May the 4th, Star Wars Day, it should be, I mean, it should be packed. Chewbacca had a bit of a line and a very strange hairdo, but that's beside the point. But then I went over, and the Mandalorian and Grogu were doing a meet and greet, and the line was like much shorter for, you know, I mean, in other words, even on the busiest of days, it still wasn't as busy as I think Disney would have liked it to have been. And a lot of the busyness was in Galaxy's Edge. Once you went out of Galaxy's Edge, there were, I mean, it was pretty easy to get around. You know, wait times were typical. There's not a lot of rides in Hollywood Studios, so the wait times are typically around 35, 45 minutes or so. And that's without, you know, Lightning Lane. I have no idea what the Lightning Lane waits were. But Epic Universe is so different. I mean, Epic Universe is new, but Epic Universe has also done something for the Universal parks in general. It has allowed people to come in, see what they're doing at Epic, and go, you know what? If Epic is this good, what are the other parks like? And then they see Islands of Adventure, and Islands of Adventure is amazing. And then they're also upgrading the Universal Studios park, and the new roller coasters going in there, and they're just like, Universal has, in fact, and this is undeniable, upped their game when it comes to theme park competition in Orlando.
But I'll just tell you, Ron, like when you go into the Harry Potter area of Epic Universe, yeah. I mean, I looked around. I mean, I have been to Paris. I've been to Paris on multiple occasions. There are things about Paris that I like. There are things about Paris that I don't like. Talking about the real Paris. Mm-hmm. I walked into here and I said, you know, I'll be darned. This looks pretty close to the real Paris, just Harry Potter-fied. Like, it doesn't feel like a theme park necessarily. I mean, it does. There aren't cars and there's not graffiti, but I looked around and said, it's pretty good. It's pretty darn good.
There's also a tremendous difference with the way that Universal has approached these intellectual properties versus Disney. Okay, so they had the opportunity to make Galaxy's Edge the place every Star Wars fan truly wanted to go. And it's such a letdown compared to what it should be. So when you go into any of the Wizarding World's Harry Potter's lands, whether it's at Epic or Diagon Alley at Universal or Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure, you feel like you have walked into the movie. It's so real. The first time we were at Diagon Alley, my wife literally said, is this where they filmed the movie? Because this looks just like the movie. If I remember correctly, the actors from the movie, from Harry Potter, when they were there, they said this actually looks more real than the actual sets we filmed on. So that's incredibly cool. Then you go to Galaxy's Edge and you're like, I've never seen any of this in a Star Wars movie. Yeah, the Millennium Falcon is parked here, but it's not someplace that I feel like I'm connecting. There's that disconnect it's emotional, it's visceral. When you go into the Harry Potter land, I mean, there's this visceral connection as a fan that you have with the movies. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, I can still feel it. And all I'm trying to say is they are doing so many things right, and Disney should lean into what makes Disney Disney, and they did the exact opposite of that when they destroyed the Rivers of America. The Rivers of America, it was so uniquely Disney because it gave people something historical about about America to enjoy while they're in the parks and not even realize that you're actually also learning lessons when you go there. There's an edutainment about it that you don't even realize that you're experiencing when you're there. What the heck is the Cars thing gonna do? You're gonna go be on a dirt track. Oh wow. And by the way, there's a couple people that have posted lately. This is very, very frustrating to me. Pictures as they've flown over the Magic Kingdom on their way into or out of Orlando, and I've like captured these pictures, and from there, it's not like a bioreconstruct photo. I mean, this is thousands of feet overhead, so you can see the entire land, and you can see all of the land around the Magic Kingdom that Disney had available that they did not have to get rid of, the Rivers of America, and it's so bothersome to me.
Oh, absolutely. MJ, what I mean, Ron lays out a great case for Epic Universe and for Universal Studios. I think it's even beyond that, though. I think a lot of people are going to Florida for other things, for the beaches, for, go stop by Daytona, go down to the Everglades. I mean, all across Florida, from the top, to the bottom.
Yeah.
And I think that they're doing so at the same time because if attendance to Florida went up by 2% more and attendance at Disney dropped by 1% or more, then that's, there's a significant number of families who are saying, we don't really have to do Disney this year. Or maybe they're just saying it's too expensive.
Yeah, well, we're going to come up to a year this month for Epic's 1-year birthday. It's been open a whole year, guys. Can you imagine? The attendance, for sure, they've kept it at under control, in my opinion. They haven't gone crazy. I don't think they've opened all their doors, right, if you will. I'm just hypothetically speaking. But I really think because Florida is so amazing and full of things to do for the whole family, such as theme parks like SeaWorld, you have Gatorland, a lot of water parks. Volcano Bay continues to be, I think, the #1 water park. I think me and Ron were just talking about that the other day. But people in the last couple of years are really leaning towards going on cruises, family cruises, and probably coming down to the great state of Florida for the Port Canaveral and Fort Lauderdale, Miami. I'm not sure, but there is a lot to do. You're right. The Everglades, we have a lot of really good zoos. So Disney's numbers are dropping. It doesn't shock me. There's a lot of other things to do. And Ron, you did make great points with Epic Universe. Everyone has to remember it's still in its infant stage. It has a lot of growing and developing to do, and they are sprucing up the park more and more. They're coming across different things that need to be getting the kinks out of the way. If that's a better way to put it, but there's a lot to look forward to. There's going to be a nighttime show, fireworks. So people are probably also saving up their money for the 1-year birthday of Epic celebration. I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. And what's fascinating to me is there's this political argument that, the very red state of Florida has just done too much damage to its perception. That Ron DeSantis, he's the reason Disney is struggling. It's like, well, then why is the state more popular than ever for vacationing, but Disney isn't benefiting from that? And so I think we're starting to see the answer. The answer is Epic Universe. There's nothing else. Epic Universe is just drawing in, and that's what they admitted in that earnings call. Epic Universe is doing what it's supposed to do. The problem for Disney is they're trying to play catch up with Epic Universe with expansions that people aren't that interested in. Now, I know some people in the chat have said, I'm excited about the Monsters thing. Sure. Are you as excited about the Monsters roller coaster or the Glob? Or are you as excited about the Encanto dark ride as you are Super Mario in Nintendo World? Or the possibility of a Zelda expansion at said Nintendo World? If you're not as excited about Monsters or Encanto as you would be Zelda, then that's the answer. That's why Epic is winning right now. That's why Universal is winning right now. And this was a huge gamble. And I'm going to say something else too. The reason that Disney is facing the situation they have, twofold. One, because they mismanaged Star Wars so badly. If they had done Star Wars correctly, Epic would not be eating their lunch. If Star Wars was as awesome as the Harry Potter stuff or as awesome as the Epic stuff, Disney would not be able to keep people out of the parks. And number two, losing Harry Potter. What, 15 years ago, however long it's been now? Losing Harry Potter, the theme park rights, because they did not fight hard enough to get them. That's also a huge part of why Disney is in the shape they are. Panel, any final thoughts?
Well, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Star Wars has been mismanaged to this point so much that even the possibility of erasing the sequel trilogy may not be enough to bring all the fans back. There's a fan base. It's limited. It's diminished greatly from what it once was, and I hate that. I hate it because I was somebody who absolutely loved, dear Lord, the original trilogy. Look at this. I got the box set right here. I certainly, I think it makes it even harder when I go into Galaxy's Edge and see the potential that it could have been. When I think of the fact that Disney actually wrote in the backstory of the Halcyon, which was the galactic space cruiser hotel thing that people were able to go on, pay $6,000 for 2 nights. Yes, really, really expensive. But in the backstory, they actually put in there the cruise that they should have been on, which was the honeymoon of Han Solo and Princess Leia. Can you imagine? I've always said this. Imagine if people pay that much money. But 2 weeks before they left for their destination, they got something from Disney in the mail that said, this is a special surprise, but we want to invite you to be a special guest of Princess Leia and Han Solo as they go on their honeymoon excursion, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's what Star Wars fans wanted. And then if they would have had an excursion to any planet that they would have seen in a Star Wars movie, or even an adjacent planet, they could have said, well, this is where people on Coruscant always go to vacation or something like that. It would have been so much better. There's 1,000 things that they could have done, and they did everything wrong.
Didn't they just add the John Williams track to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
And there was a few people that were on YouTube showing that, and they were emotional. And that's just having that soundtrack in that one little thing, and they're crying, and I feel the energy. I'm like, I would be crying too. I mean, the minute I walked into Hogsmeade, I burst in tears because I'm walking into the film of the series that I love and I adore, because I'm a Harry Potter fan, if you don't know. So, I mean, I don't understand how they could have done this to you guys. I mean, I'm not big on Star Wars.
I had a very visceral reaction the first time I walked into what you're looking at right now. When I walked into and I'm not the biggest Mario fan, but I am a Mario fan. One of the first games that I ever played in my life on a stand-up video game machine console was Donkey Kong, which was the very first introduction of Mario. And then you walk into this land, and you're like it is an emotional reaction. It is like, and the coolest thing about this intellectual property of Mario is it hits every generation, because they keep coming out with new stuff that's good stuff, and the new movies are amazing, and it's what people want. Who cares? I mean, like, it's different for story reasons, but
this theme park itself evokes emotions. So just get yourself a gadget that has like a tissue box holder and have it ready for when you walk into Isle of Berk or Nintendo World. It's like, oh my god.
Well, let me ask you guys this. So, when we look at this, is Disney planning anything with Encanto or with the Cars attraction? Like, is there anything that's going to even come close to what Epic's already done? And I think the answer is no.
Absolutely not.
We saw Big Thunder. What did they do with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad? Down for 18 months. They added some lighting effects.
Something that catches fire. That's
yeah, it's real hot attraction these days, folks. This is why Epic's winning. This is why Disney is down. the entire state of Florida. Maybe should be saying thank you, Universal, because it seems like Universal Studios and their very aggressive, optimistic, risk-taking maneuvers with their theme parks to go all in. And one day, I expect that gate that you're looking at right there to be Zelda, right? That you'll go through Donkey Kong and Zelda's on the other side. I think it's coming, folks.
There's a lot of Easter eggs. Yeah.
This kind of effort from Universal is lifting the entire tourism industry of Florida, along with so many of our great hotel owners and managers and restaurateurs and all of you out there in Florida, all of the Floridians, making a great place for people to come visit. Way to go, way to go. And Disney, get your mousy act together, or else you're going to fall back even more behind Epic Universe.
We'll ride the rides and see the sights, conquer lines, face our frights. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Yes, you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Oh, it's a happy holiday with you. Yes, you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching 400 of the finest individuals out there on planet Earth, and we're happy to have each and every one of you. Somebody, though, that we are very excited to have. We're going to click a button. Things are going to happen. We do not see. I told you. Now, I was not expecting that time. And just a plain blue screen. We're going to fix this one day. But there is someone out there, a hero, you might say, who has been so kind to us in the chat today. And I just want to say a special thank you to Wild Man of Yavin.
It was a peaceful planet until he arrived. Then he brought wild to our skies.
Wild Man of Yavin for 1337. That looks elite to me. Gotta run. Love you all. Boy, that Glob Monsters Inc. I want to get a photo there. Someone said it. Yeah, sure. Listen, you can do it on the desecrated fountain where Miss Piggy once stood. That Piggy Liberty.
It's not there anymore.
I know. It's gone.
Poor thing.
First Dragon Queen member for 15 months. Number one on the Trolls Bouncer list. Hugs for all. That's right. Dragon Queen, thank you for participating in the legacy that we did Friday night on the Pro Channel, raising more than $2,000 for a family in need. That, folks, is why we look forward every day spending time with this community. It is the best online. And that's you. Archer Merchant for 2 sounds good. We'll shoot email to Park Place for info. Would love it. And then we've got the First Dragon Queen for 5. The goal is a trap, just like those other legs. On a side note, goal to send pros. This is this Wednesday. Hey, that would be super awesome. Thank you, First Dragon Queen. I saw what you're planning, and I am looking forward to it greatly. By the way, First Dragon Queen also helping us get towards that goal. Folks, we need 12 more super chats to hit the goal today. And then Culture will be released to evolve into his full Megazord greenhouse culture form and tell us anything he wants about purple potatoes or tubers.
Yay!
Yep, squash.
Well, I like talking food with Culture, so I have no problem with that.
I'm telling you. O2RR for $4.99. We knew Epic was going to cut into Disney's market share and attendance, and we were right. Unlike Magic Kingdom, each Epic world has its own identity. By the way, can I just nonchalantly throw a major scoop out there that we haven't talked about? Just, not even a segment. Just in the near future, folks, we might be scooping something when it comes to Epic. I think there might be a big announcement coming for Epic soon. Stay tuned, okay? I think some of that extra land might have a purpose. And Teddy D, they call him Fitty D, is out there and says, look at all these beautiful people. Hello, everyone. Teddy, you may have him as your avatar, but you're no Muttley to us.
Oh, here we go. It's time to party. It's time to live it up.
And Teddy Fitty D for $4.99. I love the fresh garden vegetables, especially the purple potatoes. I am not going to remove that from the queue. You all know why. You know the guy. You know he's going to be here. Listen, right now his ears are tingling just knowing that somebody super chatted about a purple potato. England DG for 2 seems Disney only has creative investment Indeed. Oh my gosh. I just want you all to know he appeared in the backstage just like that. Okay? I just want you to know. Thank you, England EG. I just want you to know. Look, he's ready to go, okay? You all saw him. He's out there, all right? Culture, how did you know? Did you feel something in the wind?
Yeah, I felt like a disturbance in the force.
Okay. Culture, this is not the way we typically bring you on the show. Okay, I just want people to let's do it with the full fanfare, and then you'll see why I had to say within seconds he appeared. Okay, all right, we'll bring him back, I promise. But folks, we got to do this the right way. This kind of guy with this kind of power, the ability to know when a purple potato has been mentioned, and within seconds appear in the backstage. I don't
know why it reminded me of The Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, and it's just like purple potatoes flying in the air, and Culture shows up.
You know the lyrics, the lyrics to Colors of the Wind. I don't know what kind of drugs they were on when they wrote that song.
My daughter said the same thing. Mind you, I have a what is she? Gen Z? Yeah. She goes, "Do you realize the Colors of the Wind lyrics, Mom? Have you heard them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I sang them as a child. Yes, I'm well aware."
They're on acid. Have you ever heard the what's the green bobcat? Have you ever asked the grinning bobcat why did he grin? Yeah. Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Whoosh. Well, folks, let me tell you something. If you cross paths with a grinning bobcat,
yeah, there's a problem.
Let me just tell you something here. All right, you need to let go of the Disney magic in that situation.
Oh my God!
You see, it is physiologically, anatomically impossible for a bobcat to grin. They don't have those muscles. So what you have actually encountered is a full-blown demon in feline form. It would be terrifying enough to encounter a regular bobcat, but what you have encountered is some sort of straight out of the bowels of hell being that probably wants to cause you great harm. And you should flee you should not ask, "Hey, Mr. Grinning Bobcat, why do you grin?" The thought that should go through your head is, I don't want right now to be ripped asunder and sent into Hades Eternal. Get away from the grinning bobcat. Run!
Purple potatoes, fried green tomatoes, arugula. Hey, what's up?
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino, let's go. Culture Casino, let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino, Casino, Culture Casino, Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
He's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He's here. Welcome, Culture Casino. Culture, I assume by now you figured out that seconds before you appeared in the backstage, someone sent in a text, well, not a text, a super chat about purple potatoes.
Hey, they're delicious. They're very good for you.
Fitty D is out there for $4.99. I love fresh garden vegetables, especially purple potatoes. Culture literally within 3 seconds of us putting down this super chat.
Teddy D, otherwise known as Fitty D.
I hope Ron knows his mic is on. He's off somewhere singing the purple potato song.
Singing the culture song.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey,
I got a little nervous there. I didn't know what the lyrics might change to over time as he's off in the distance.
Pro created.
They were going to change to "How high does the sycamore grow?"
Well, that is a very strange song. I need to consult.
It's weird, man. It's weird. I'll never forget too. I went with my brother and some friends one time. We went on deep into a national park, and we were on one of these rivers with boats and canoes and all that kind of stuff. And we're going down this river, and my brother, who can be a very funny idiot. Okay, so he's doing it on purpose, but he's Mr. Laughs. He stands up in his boat in the middle of a national park, and there are not that many people around us, but there are a few other, fishermen, fly fisher, all these kind of people. And my brother stands up and begins to sing at the top of his lungs, "Colors of the Wind."
I love
I'm sorry. Was it Colors of the Wind or Just Around the River Band? I don't remember now. But anyway,
that's a good song.
He began singing to the top of his lungs, and I can only imagine what the other people enjoying the serenity of nature thought about that.
I love it.
It was not pleasant.
I would have joined.
All right, here we go. We've got Daniel Alpine out there for $9.99. My future job is to be an animation historian and teach and write about the subject. Plus, I'm scared all movies will be AI slop and I can't watch anything. Daniel, I don't think all movies are going to be AI slop. I think the opposite is going to be true. I think you're going to see a brand new era of movie making set free across the US of A and beyond. I would also tell you that if you want to be a historian, I also think that is going to be fully available to you. If you want to go into education, which I think is, being a historian is parallel to that to some degree. I think all of that's going to continue to be very human-centric. I think most people want a human to teach them about animation and about cinema and entertainment. I don't think people really want a robot to teach them about that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I think that job is going to be
maybe you'll replace Olaf one day.
Yep. And if you want to teach and write about the subject, I think teaching the subject, you are going to be fine. In fact, I think some of the last jobs that you'd ever see replaced by AI, thus I don't think they're going to be replaced, are going to be teachers, because I think the human element there is profoundly important. It's one of the reasons I don't think that nurses are going away. I think that the empathy and care from nurses and from doctors too, even if AI is 100 times better than the best doctor, they may replace all the surgeons, but when it comes to care at the bedside and that sort of thing, people want people. Daniel for $4.99, but first I need to get a job at either Disneyland or Universal Studios Hollywood so I can have an income while building my career. Daniel, sounds like you got a plan. We're excited for you. Get out there and get on it. You're going to win. And God dang it, Texas 8412 for $5. Future goal. Disney song sung by MJ.
I got your back. I'll take care of it. When the pro Meister gives the okay, you got it.
I think listen, we can do that for next week's Super Chat goal. Today's Super Chat goal is, it's all about Culture Casino. Culture, have you seen the goal?
No.
Poor Culture.
Culture, would you like to know about the goal?
Yes, apparently.
All right. Culture?
Yes.
We here at TPP Incorporated, we have realized that we have been holding you back, stifling you, if you will.
Okay.
Every time people super chat to you or ask you about your vegetables or that garden place, I always cut you off humorously for comedic effect. Culture.
That's fine. I don't mind that at all. I think
Culture. Fine. We're going to make this right. All right. We're going to make a change for once in my life.
For once in your life?
For once in my life.
Okay.
Culture, today, if we hit the Super Chat goal, the floor is yours. You may tell us.
Can I have the ceiling too, or no?
The walls, the cabinetry, even the glass tables. Hey.
Oh my gosh. He's drowning in purple potatoes or swimming in purple
Those are rather small and of very similar shape, which is making them look like gumdrops a little bit. It's throwing me off. But, okay, we'll go with it.
Nice.
All right, they're purple potatoes. I know what they look like. They're lumpier than that. They're lumpier.
I bet that if you make this change, it's going to feel real good. It's going to make a difference. I think it'll make it right.
Gonna make it right. Oh well, there we go. We're zooming in on the.
Whoa!
How in the world did you find a front layer of purple spuds to put in? How? Where is this
I'm
available?
an original creator, pro. Come on, now.
These are yours. You're telling me that in your greenhouse you have piles.
No.
Take photos.
No. I created the image.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made this. This is yours.
Well, yeah. I mean, for as much as anybody can own anything these days. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it looks great. It looks like a purple yucca.
When we do this, Culture, you're going to be freed. You can tell us all the things you've always wanted to say about the interesting plants and the herbs in your greenhouse.
No, I think I'll just take queries on stuff because I feel like oftentimes my conversations are self-serving when we talk about food.
Culture. No, this is about you. Okay, Culture.
No, I don't like that.
Watch this. Okay, let me preview this.
Okay.
Culture, what is your favorite type of lemon? And tell me why.
Look, I mean, lemons have different purposes. I think for purposes of drinks and drinking, and if you're going to add them as a garnish or something to like, let's say, an adult beverage or even a glass of water, I think Myers lemons are probably the best. They have that lemonade flavor that everybody goes looking for in the grocery store. And they're not able to achieve. Of course, if you're going to make quality lemonade, you have to use quality sugar, which is another problem. But I'm just going to tell you,
lemonade guy.
Yeah, I grew up drinking Arnold Palmer's, especially with my grandfather. So we would go golfing. We'd have Arnold Palmer's because we had fresh sun tea. We actually brewed sun tea, and if we were going to work in the garden, it's the same thing. So. Yeah, my two grandfathers were huge gardeners. I learned an awful lot from them because they were also involved, or a lot of my family was involved in dirt farming. So there's that.
I like this idea here. 50D for $4.99. Culture's 24-hour vegetable marathon.
Oh yeah.
I think Culture, once you relocate to where you're going. I think that we could do a 24-hour.
I think we can.
We just do it for a good cause.
Yeah. I think it'd be a lot of fun. By that time, I'll be fully established where I'm going at the end of 2027, and I will have at least one massive greenhouse built and operating there. So this is a phased plan structure, so I'm pretty excited about it.
I like it. The FTM for 5, first super chat for the Culture Garden Goal.
Thank you.
Go Garden Goal. Teddy Fitty for $4.99 says 4. Thank you. England for 2. Disney knows how to make lemons. But do they know how to make the lemonade? And the first Dragon Queen for 5. Trolls only for MJ.
There you go. There you go. That's good. Idea.
Wilton's dad. I want a shirt that says Wilton's dad.
That'd be cool too. I like that.
I want that.
All right, folks. Well, let's talk about, I think, one of the biggest stories we've got out there right now. Disneyland is getting ready, reportedly, to kick out the streamers. But at the same time, they're promoting the mega influencers that they love. What are we talking about? Let's get to it right now.
It's showtime! Straight from the heart of the park.
Look out, streamers. There are more and more stories out there that maybe Disney and Disneyland want you off their land. Some of the mega influencers out there, they're getting support. Laughing Place has this one. YouTuber Ryan Trahan kicks off new series with 4 parks and 1-day attempt at Walt Disney World. WDW nerds and purists give the guy a bit of slack on this one. It's by Tony Betty. Folks, I don't have to play the video. We don't have to read much of the article. I just want you to know that it looks like to me, having investigated this, that this guy probably had some assistance from Disney in some ways to make his content, and that's fine, right? A-okay with us. One thing I can tell you for sure, this guy, Mark Rober, definitely did. Huge YouTube channel. Definitely had help. How so? Well, watch as he, for a big video, not only takes in expensive equipment and sneaks it in past security, supposedly, but also then takes it on a space mountain to run science experiments.
43 million people ride Space Mountain every year, but unlike a famous ride like Colossus, Space Mountain is in near total darkness, meaning no one knows what the ride actually looks like.
Yeah, we do. The lights have been on. Come on, man.
Which is I'm concerned needed to be fixed with a special undercover operation. True story, I have been wanting to make this video for over 20 years, way before I had a YouTube channel, because I would come to Disneyland.
All right, so what's this all about? He allegedly sneaks through security at Disneyland. Mark Rober, with millions and millions of subscribers, sneaks in very expensive equipment at Disneyland. Watch this.
Knowledge. Every good undercover operation worth its salt needs a 3-step plan. For me, step 1 would just be getting into Disneyland with my tech.
All right, we're not going to play more. Here's the deal. It's portrayed as if he actually does sneak by security with the equipment. There's no chance of this. This is 1,000% like faked out. It's scripted. Disney is behind this, I believe. Okay. So here's what I'm getting at. We've got these 2 huge YouTubers who are getting special privileges and scripted stories that aren't real. They're reality TV, right? Probably, definitely, 99%. Yeah, let's go with that. Meanwhile, Spencer Bollettieri says Disney World's popular ban on streamers may be enforced sooner than expected. This is from AOL on the Travel. Says Disney streamers and theme park vloggers could soon be facing new bans and content restrictions. The report suggests they may be forced to shut off the camera sooner rather than later. We've been covering this. There's some new stuff right here. I'm going to play for you right now.
Parks T exclusive. I hear that Disney is about to ban all influencer live streaming, particularly influencer live streaming that's monetized from all of its properties in the United States.
All right, hold there. Good enough. Boys and girls, let's talk about this because it's very interesting to me that at the same time, Disney and Disneyland and maybe Disney World are looking to eliminate streaming, and we've covered how they're doing that, and they've already made some policy changes at Disneyland that make it much more difficult to stream. Definitely, you cannot stream anymore on rides. They're giving a real good time to the mega influencers. Culture, I want to go to you first on this. When we look at these kind of reality TV situations where Mark Rober pretends to sneak very expensive equipment through Disneyland security, and then at the same time, see, there's Mark Rober sneaking by. Oh, he's sneaking, right? It's all pretend. At the same time, Disney is sticking it to the little guys, the little influencers, the people who moved around their theme parks. Disney appears to be sticking it to them. Culture, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think that this is very short-sighted. I think we talked about that before. Influencers make up a giant chunk of the reason why people feel the need to go to the parks because of FOMO, the fear of missing out, especially when new things show up. They try to experience them secondhand, which is why, Ron and many other people out there go to the theme parks to show people what's going on a given day or a given season, which I appreciate. I mean, the people that do it, I mean, I'd considered doing it when I was thinking about moving to Florida and then remembering that Florida was hot. But I think it's telling. I think Disney is trying to control the narrative, but first and foremost, this is going to be very difficult for them to enforce, especially with Meta's new glasses and other people coming forward. Even Disney themselves are going to be actually creating glasses. So why in the world would they possibly try to limit this? I don't even think it's possible, because people are going to pull their phone out to take images and videos with their family. So are you going to tell those people they can no longer do that? I doubt it, especially since down the street you have, Universal with all their new offerings that are inviting influencers there to check out what they have to offer.
Well, even beyond that, to me, I wonder, why is Disney picking winners and losers in streaming?
Again, it's to control the narrative. It's the positive message only, please.
It could
it's
be
access media.
So the Mark Rober thing is interesting to me too, and we don't have him up right now, but Ron, that also came out under Bob Iger's watch, and just after Elon Musk had humiliated Bob Iger, the Mark Rober thing happened. And what was that about? It's so bizarre that they used a Disneyland video to attack Teslas, the Tesla camera system on their cars. It's crazy. So, Ron, it seems like Disney is ready to use the influencer system, as Culture said, to kind of manipulate online, reactions and the way people view things. But the average person with a camera and a little microphone walking around talking to their chat, they're going to be at the hotels, maybe, but it's going to be harder to be at the theme parks real soon, I think.
I've been thinking about this because I have so many friends, acquaintances, associates who stream from the parks, and I'm always, I have streamed from the parks on occasion, but I'm not a park streamer. I don't do it daily. I'm not like Bob from Berry Place or that crazy Disney later, or some of the others. I mean, I know so many of them, right? And they're good people. They're enjoying what they're doing. And I'll be honest with you, quite a few of them are also big fans of the Pro Show. They might not tell it to anybody else, they tell it to me, but
we love them too. We love them too. And listen, the number of people who reach out to us behind the scenes, I'm not trying to brag here, but if people knew who we're friends with, people would stop being so nervous about it. And they'd be like, I'm going on the show because I didn't realize everybody's also watching too. Like,
good.
It's like, it's so funny to have so many of these people reach out and be like, hey, I can't let anybody know, but we actually love the show and watch it. I'm like, it's
True.
all of you doing this in secret. Like, you're all going to find out that you actually are, of the same mindset here.
So I've been thinking about this, and I'm thinking, okay, so a few years ago, we know that this happened, right? There were private VIP tours. There were private companies that had made their entire careers. People had been doing it for 30, 40 years, giving these tours in the parks. Disney stopped it. They cut that off. And it hurt a lot of people. If they stopped doing this with streamers, something that they did that to me was a signal that something like this was coming is when they started putting ride POVs on Disney Plus. And I'm starting to think, is this what they're going to do? Is there going to be a situation where they actually contact the streamers that they want to contact, maybe the biggest ones out there? I don't know. And they say, well, come to work for us, be an employee, and somehow do something where, yeah, it would cut their compensation down a lot because now they got to give a percentage to YouTube and percentage to Disney, or however it's going to work. I have no idea, but maybe that's what YouTube is going to do, because I don't think they're going to cut it. Disney will figure out a way to monetize this for Disney. Like that's what ultimately I feel like is the game plan for everything at Disney. Is this, if they can figure out a way to take something from the little guy and give it to them, that's what they want to do. That's what it feels like. Maybe I'm wrong. But it just, people love watching the streams. Some people that are saving up money to go to Disney are doing it because of some streamer that they caught on YouTube, and they're going, oh man, it's not the same as being there, but I can virtually be there until I have enough money to go. And it's because of that influencer that they're wanting to go to Disney. I mean, it would be a very strange thing for me to see that cut off when it's probably one of the few things that's really helping out Walt Disney World from the attendance going down even worse with Epic Universe,
And Ron, I wanted to specifically ask you about something because we can see what will happen to Disney if they keep these changes that they've already implemented. At Disneyland, they've already removed the ability to film on most rides for the streamers. Now, Ron, why is it that there are less streamers at Epic Universe, which is far more impressive? Why are there less streamers at Epic Universe and Islands of Adventure versus the Walt Disney World resorts?
They can't film on rides.
So
for the most
if
part,
Disneyland removes that ability, and they keep it, that's going to damage the streamer economy, because part of what they do is people will request in their chat for them to go ride a particular ride, and they pay them to do that. Is that?
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Super chats for rides, sometimes super chats for food, but often super chats for, hey, we'll make it a goal on the show. We get the next 5 super chats for $5, and I'll go on Space Mountain. I personally, the scariest one for me was that I live streamed on Guardians of the Galaxy, and it scared the heck out of me because I'm holding my equipment to my chest and going, please don't lose $2,000 worth of equipment.
Please don't fly off the gimbal. Please don't fly off the gimbal. I'm not supposed to have the gimbal.
That was scary, and I haven't done it since because I'm not. Some of those people that they do it all the time, the park streamers, they have gotten really good at it. They know what equipment to use. They know how to do it, and the really, really good ones know how to stay out of guest ways so that they're not interfering with a guest experience of Disney.
MJ, your thoughts on go ahead, Culture. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, once you get to the Meta Glasses level, I mean, there's going to be more and more of those devices available. So I think it's going to be safer, Ron. You won't be struggling with it quite so much as you described. And I also believe that creative solutions are available. If you have a zip up vest or a hoodie that you wear to the parks, you just sew a clear pocket onto it that has a zipper, and you leave a space for your lapel mic connection, and everything's attached to you. It's not going anywhere. You could even stream the crazy dinosaur coaster at Universal if you wanted to, the Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Insanity.
I've seen people do that. They have the GoPro like on their shoulder or like right here.
Yeah,
all
but
the gear.
my suggestion is make it, something you can just say, well, it's in my pocket on my shirt.
Yeah.
What do you think, MJ? Because some people view the streamers as nuisances, right? They don't like to hear them quietly talking in line behind them to people they don't know who they're talking to. They don't and I know you're at Disney. You should be ready to be on camera, but the influencer, the streamer will walk by a family, and the family they kind of recoil because like, I don't want to be on a YouTube stream right now, or especially if they're in line and they're stuck with them. And then some people love them. So what do you think, MJ? What do you think?
I've seen that pro when I watch the streamers on YouTube, and it's that one family that they're like looking and they're like, get me off. I don't want to be in your spotlight. And then you have the other people that like jump right in and they'll put a peace sign and disrupt the whole thing for the vlogger. But
right.
I mean, look, culture made such a valid point. You got, for as long as Disney will continue pushing technology onto the guest, such as the meta glasses, and practically requiring, I say it very carefully, you to be on your phone, your smart device, while you're visiting their resort to make it a more enjoyable day. It's supposed to be the magical experience. So you need to be on the app and purchase those lightning lanes and make those reservations and put in a mobile order or merchandise checkout. So as long as all of these conveniences continue to be on the apps and the meta glasses, because pretty soon you're going to talk to the meta glasses. Hey, I want to order those Mickey ears that are inside of the Haunted Mansion gift shop. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and let a cast member know. We'll have it ready for you in a bag, and you can pick it up in 15 minutes. That's where we're heading to, guys, with AI. So as long as Disney continues to push these kind of things out, it's going to be virtually impossible to find out who's a streamer or a vlogger and who's doing this that's monetized, who's not monetized. They're not going to build an interrogation room when you go into the theme park and say, oh, so what is your title and what's your channel? But and also, let's not forget, they have the media favorite cupcakers that they invite to every opening of every ride or restaurant or a resort, because we have that new DVC resort that's being built, Lakeside Shore or Lake Lodge, whatever I forget what it's called. But they're going to have all the influencers there too, and they're going to have a media event where they're going to feed them. And they're going to vlog the whole thing and show it off to everyone. And that's points. That's free advertising for Disney. So as long as they continue to do this, they are not going to be able to get rid of the streamers or the vloggers in the theme parks.
Who was it they named a drink after? There was one of the influencers they named.
So it's Paging Mr. Morrow has a drink in the Mexican pavilion. It's like a tequila-based drink or something like that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And kudos to him for that. That's really cool for him. But it's interesting to me that I don't think they're going to remove people that they've named drinks after. I think the big influencers, the big vloggers, bloggers, they're going to get through. But it's the little guys, it's the new ones, and some of those new people, they're rising superstars. They're on the way. So hopefully Disney gives them more days to do this. We shall see. But the story is that Disneyland is making moves, and Disney World soon, to get rid of those small-time streamers flooding the parks.
There we go. One more for the top. Triple decker, just how you like it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Walt.
You enjoy it.
We will.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eyewitness News 7 ABC, and since it says ABC, we think they know what they're talking about. That's Disney, right? ABC, Disney, same thing. They say that Disneyland's Autotopia ride is going to go fully electric in 2027. I bet it's not going to be sponsored by Tesla. It says Disneyland's Autotopia ride is preparing to go fully electric. The resort has an agreement with the California Air Resources Board to retire Tomorrowland ride's current engines in early 2027. Work is underway on the design, engineering, and testing of a fully electric vehicle prototype, and we look forward to sharing more details soon. Disneyland first announced their plans to replace the current gas-powered vehicles in 2024. Autotopia debuted with the opening of Disneyland in 1955 and quickly became popular among young guests. So I guess it's actually going to happen. Disneyland is going to make this thing finally be electric, which what an upgrade that will be. The question I have, though, folks, is, are we going to see this brought to Magic Kingdom? And the reason I have that question is because this is one of the loudest, noisiest, most abrasive things at any theme park. It is so freaking loud, and it makes you feel like you've stepped back in the 1970s. The smell, the fumes, everything. I know kids love to, but they'll love it when it's electric. Okay, and we don't normally do this. I'm going to play the B-roll with the audio on. Just listen to this, okay? Let's see if we can hear the cars from the Tomorrowland Speedway. Again, we've gone from Disneyland, where we know it's going electric, boogie woogie woogie, to Disney World. Surely they'll do the same thing. Here's the audio for the B-roll.
Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
I love it.
Right is the Astro.
I like the sound.
I like those brain rotting fumes. Okay, Pro.
Oh boy, nostalgia you guys have been warped by nostalgia. Come on.
No. What I'll say is this. First of all, the thump of the terrible track repairs that they did on the People Mover is more disheartening than the small cycle engines that are on these cars.
Come on. You listen. Nobody likes the sound of the engines or the smell. This is memories.
I love it.
This is like missing a metal dashboard from the 60s.
And since we are talking about California,
what do you got?
By redesigning this attraction and making this kind of a massive change, they have to bring it up to full ADA compliance. How are they going to do that with these vehicles?
Oh, I know, Culture.
Right.
They're going to hook if you're in a wheelchair, they're going to have it be towed by the car. They're going to have a little electric truck option that will just tow you in your wheelchair behind the little tiny electric truck. Your kids can just drive you around.
Okay, I'll give that a go, Pro, for you guys.
I wouldn't recommend it, but
I'm just concerned. And if you're the state of Florida, you're like, we'll stick with the gas.
We need Elon Musk
stick with the gas
in Tomorrowland, yesterday.
As
as I love those cars, they need an upgrade. It needs to just happen.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah,
you walk outside of Cosmic Rays and you hear.
I think that's awesome. Hey, I hear the silly Mad Tea Party going all 24/7.
That's music. What do you? It's supposed to be like that.
The sound of those small cycle engines is music to my ears. So. You're trying. You as a great admirer and lover of ASMR content, are saying you don't want
the Tomorrowland Speedway to
ASMR. It is. Of course I am.
Okay,
as much as each clunk every 8 feet of People Mover.
I would rather listen. I would rather listen to a distant lawnmower anywhere in the United States than the Tomorrowland Speedway.
I love it. It's part of the. It's part of the. Oh, sorry, MJ. It's part of the kinetics of the area. Again,
can we get water instead? I'd like to have water be the kinetic instead of
actually at Disneyland, you can have both, rather than at Disney World. Because you had this beautiful submarine attraction that is combined with the Autotopia area, that's combined with the monorail, that's combined with the Matterhorn. By the way, if you've been on the Matterhorn, that is more herky jerky and disastrous for your back than the new Thunder Mountain is.
I'm not recommending people get on the Matterhorn right now. I think it would be more fun if you could walk down the mountain, like walk the path, down the steps and take a look at it as a historical thing rather than riding it. It's very, very, very rough. Ron, I'm gonna go to you though. So one of the things I think about here is we've got this Cars attraction coming to Frontierland. And the cars go in Tomorrowland and replace the Speedway. And I mean, you talk about synergy. I don't understand how they plan these things out and they don't just do the obvious. Why do we not have Lightning McQueen in Tomorrowland with Mater and boom, we got tons to replace, and instead we're stuck with
I personally wouldn't have wanted that either myself. The car, the Tomorrowland Speedway, it's really weird because I grew up near Six Flags and the exact same ride technology was used for the 1940s style cars there. So in my head, it's going back in time instead of tomorrow. For me, I think that if there's a way that they could somehow just that's the one ride at Disney, I'd be like, please demolish it and create something new that actually represents the future. If it were up to me, I would get rid of Tomorrowland Speedway the way it is. I would remake it a Tomorrowland Speedway, but it would be an indoor attraction, and it would be about
you are removing
electromagnetic vehicles.
You're removing layers of you're removing layers of kinetic action. That would be ridiculous.
Okay, well, wait.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Culture. What about Disneyland though? Okay,
I want to feel tomorrow.
if Disneyland is going to go electric, Culture, if it goes electric and people like it, all right. I know you want the roar of the lawnmower engines. I got that. Okay. if people like the Disneyland quote unquote upgrade, are you okay with Magic Kingdom doing the same thing for Tomorrowland Speedway?
No.
All right.
There's just a lot of competition in the area in Orlando. There's like Ron knows there's like a whole bunch of go-kart places that are that are like really up to par, and this thing looks like a joke in comparison. However,
it's a ride. It's designed for kids. It's a people eater for kids.
It's a people eater for kids.
Cargo theft.
That was weird.
I don't know what that was, but
we had the ABC report on Autotopia suddenly start coming through. I had to go eliminate it.
It was. I mean, it is a people eater for kids. It's always got a line. It's right next to the teacups.
Oh, people love it. And we lost Ron
there.
Oh, there he is.
Culture's got the power. Culture has figured out that he doesn't like the direction of this conversation, and he's got his finger on the button for Ron's internet connection.
I completely understand Culture's point of view, and there is a nostalgia to it, but I have issues with all of Tomorrowland because Tomorrowland is so retro futuristic rather than
yesterday land.
Hey, even the contemporary. I say, you know what? Rename the contemporary the retro because it doesn't represent anything contemporary. As a matter of fact, they're using the Incredibles over at the contemporary now as part of the theming. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with the future. It's just, I don't know. To me, in general, Imagineers today, they don't have a clue as to what they're doing. But I don't see why, if it works out for the electric vehicles to be at Disneyland, I kind of think that that's just what Disney will do. They're going to want to retrofit everything with electronic vehicles.
And here's what we can do, okay? We're going to put out a giant subwoofer, a huge subwoofer. It's going to be called the Culture Casino Subwoofer. Tomorrowland Culture Casino Subwoofer. And we're going to just have it constantly pump out.
No.
So that Culture feels like he gets that hit. Look at him. He's got a little smile. I got him on that one. He knows.
No, Disney is going to reach out to me and they're going to say, hey, Mr. Bradley, we heard that you can do a particular sound that
they've always needed a tunnel of love.
Attract the gators in Tomorrowland.
I've always felt badly that Disney didn't have a version of the Tunnel of Love. Now I know what the soundtrack can be. Just Ron making sounds of gators.
Culture a headache.
Okay, so what this is going to require is likely a wireless transmission of power to recharge the batteries. This is going to dump more caustic materials into the dump every 5, 10, 15 years, however long these batteries are able to last. You're creating a pollution problem. You also have a huge issue in that you do not have enough power in that side of the park right now to operate charging stations at this scale. You're going to have to develop a whole new power plant and relocation. That'll likely take down the railroad, or maybe it can be, bypassed, like by, doing something unique with how power is conveyed.
Are you talking Disney World or Disneyland?
I'm talking, Disney World specifically, but it's the same problem at Disneyland. You have to build a brand new power point location, power generation location or power distribution location over there on that side of the park. You have the gasoline power, you have limited electrical resources for the submarine attraction. You're already kind of maxed out the power that's on that side. They're going to have to do massive redevelopment of that, which might take the train down for a period of time.
What if culture? What if it's a new listen? It's Tomorrowland now. Set the bad blood behind us, okay? Let the flow of the water go below the bridge, and we're moving on. Let's partner with Elon. Elon can sponsor the Autotopia and Tomorrowland Speedway, brought to you by Tesla, and we'll have tiny little Tesla charging stations for all of these vehicles, and let Elon figure it out. How's that?
That's a great idea.
Tiny Cybertrucks culture everywhere.
Wait, tiny Cybertrucks? No.
And roadsters everywhere culture. Little bitty roadsters.
Oh, no, that doesn't work.
I don't think culture believes this can happen, as I also don't. But two, I feel culture doesn't like the idea of we could get one of those Tesla diners, that he's got in LA. They could bring that.
Haven't they tested electricity with potatoes?
Oh, they have, actually. It's called electroculture. Works really well. You need a zinc nail and a copper nail or a copper tube.
We've solved it. Culture. How many potatoes will it take if we hit them with the zinc nail? How many spuds do we need to power Autotopia?
Fields. You need fields.
As in, like,
endless fields, strawberry fields forever. If you understand that Disney reference.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So you're saying more than a basket. More than a basket of potatoes?
No, and electroculture really doesn't. It's measured in millivolts, not even volts. So it's not. It really it's better for soil structure and pest prevention than it is anything else. So
okay.
It does increase yields of plants, but that's because of the cellular biology of plants. So.
You heard it here, folks. They may be going electric in Disneyland, but it will not be off the backs of the spuds. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 400 of the dandiest darlings and dudes you've ever seen out there watching us as we carouse our way through the latest Disney news. Happy to have all of you out there, about 240, 250 on the YouTubes, the remainder of you on X. And yes, we wish to see some of you on GeoCities, but the repeating wallpapers are blinding, so people are abandoning GeoCities as we speak. MySpace, maybe. England to G for two. I'll get around it by saying I'm a Japanese tourist. Well, there you go. Mr. Roboto. Teddy D, Fitty D for $4.99 says 2. Counting down on that goal, and England's back again for 2. I was streaming trips back in 2012 for WDWMagic.com.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I bet England DG knows Martin then. I bet England DG knows Martin if he was over there doing that.
I think so as well.
Fitty D for $4.99. Vegetables. And then we hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, Teddy D crossing the line and bringing us to the goal indeed. We'll switch the colors. We'll switch the palette. Guess what? Thank you, Fitty D.
Oh, here we go. It's time to party. It's time to live it up.
You know, we're going to have to get England a clip. I'm going to put that down. And guess what? I think, didn't know this. I was right. For 5, Martin's Vids, the website documenting some of the classic attractions. Used a lot of my footage. And that's what's allowing YouTubers, streamers to do, or that's why allowing YouTubers and streamers to do this is kind of important. Documenting the state of the parks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my favorite video out there of classic attractions. Panel, have any of you seen this? They used to do tours of some of the attractions. It was part of something you could do. You could pay to have a tour after hours of the attractions. Haunted Mansion did it at one point, but Spaceship Earth. For a very brief time in the 90s, there was a special tour you could do. And somebody went and did Spaceship Earth, and they had a giant camcorder that they took with them, and they actually got to film all the way up to the top. And I love that video. Have you guys seen that video before? It's 1000% worth watching if you get a chance. Ron, have you seen it?
I have to take a look at that.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen amazing. That one, but I will say that as we couldn't obviously take pictures or film while we were doing this, but my favorite experience of being a cast member was doing the backstage tours, and I got to do Soarin' and Haunted Mansion. We got to do a special backstage tour of Tower of Terror. It's
what was the coolest one? What was the one that you walked away and said, "Man, I'm glad I got to do that"?
Honestly, they're all like for Soarin', for example, we got to go on the back side of the screen, and from the back side of the screen, it's like Spider-Man's eye specs, right? Where there's actually small holes in the screen where from the backside you can actually see through. We could see the audience watching Soarin', and then like right after that, we went around and rode it ourselves. That was very, very cool. And then when I go to the Tower of Terror, and when I see the Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios now, there's a little place I can look up behind one of the letters. I can't remember what it is, but when I look up there, I can go, there's a window up there. There's a door. I've actually stood in that door and looked out. It's very, very cool.
Is it one of the O's? Is it one of the O's, Ron?
I can't remember which letter it is. I'd have to see it and go back and try to.
I think it's one of the O's between W and D.
It's so cool though when you're like, oh, like I've been to places that normal guests just can't go, and that was literally the coolest thing. It's like it's the best fringe benefit of being a cast member to me at Walt Disney World.
So the things that I enjoy in terms of that kind of stuff, I love the hidden areas of Cinderella's castle. I know that it's not meant to be seen. It's definitely not, it's not up to code or anything like that. Like it's up to code, but the pathway that the actress who plays Tinkerbell takes is just crazy. I mean, it's just crazy that anybody does that. And that at Disney World, it looks that way. It's so fun. Okay, so there's that. Spaceship Earth has a secret walkway between the panels in the middle. There's a secret walkway where you can look out through the panels across all of Epcot, and the barrier between the main structure and the system for the water, how it handles rain. And then too, I love stuff about like the Imagination Pavilion. I love the VIP area up there. I love like the Rainbow Tunnel is still there, still works as far as I know, doesn't it, Ron?
That's what I've heard. I know where the doors. I've been to the DVC lounge that's there, and I know where the doors are to go to that area that's considered a backstage area. Unfortunately, I think there was actually a YouTuber who got kicked out of and trespassed from Disney for going back there and showing it. So
yep.
Don't do that.
Anyway, love
don't do that.
Don't ruin it.
England EG for 2. They'll theme it to cars, and Mater will tow you. Yep. And England again for 2. Comcast Casino ping is so low now. Oh no! Come on now. We did have a delay at one point. It led us to talking over each other, but that was just a mistake. What do you got here? Culture Casino Garden. I had not noticed, Culture, that you are inside the greenhouse right now until just now. I just looked and saw.
Well, I mean, Fitty D made it so that I had to talk about gardening stuff. So
what are the flowers you've got over there to your left on screen?
I have no idea.
Are those rhododendrons or rhododendrons? How do you say that, Culture?
Rhododendron.
Rhododendrons. Are those rhododendrons you've got behind you?
I don't remember what all is inserted in this, so I can't tell you.
All right. So. YK Sparkle for 5. I was fortunate to enjoy the Disney World of old. It is my grandchildren I am sad for. Unfortunately, this crowd is no longer nostalgic. There are wonderful things still at the parks, and if you're looking for the magic, I'm going to send you somewhere that is unusual. I'm going to tell you to go to Typhoon Lagoon. The magic is still there because it has essentially not been touched by all of the monetization stuff. It's just as you remember it from the 90s. And you can go to Typhoon Lagoon and you're like, oh my gosh, this is how it used to be. I'm not getting hit left and right with pay me this or pay me that or skip this line. Like, it's just, here we are. We're in a different world. England DG for 2. It will be the Tesla Model D with an Elon animatronic. Love it. Snarky with the Fudge Dora for 5. Good afternoon, Ron, MJ, Pro and Culture. Eyes dilated, new prescription in the works. More full correction contact lenses. Awesome sauce.
Excellent.
And Snarky, apologies again on last night on that gameplay. Snarky was waiting in the lobby to be able to chat with us, and we did not realize it. Snarky, we're so sorry about that. We will make it up to you very soon, we promise. And then YK Sparkle for 2. What is meant by this crowd is current generation. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw the Star Wars stuff. We're going to put out a video on this, the marketing for The Mandalorian, where it's Star Wars for a new generation. And I'm like, boys and girls, they don't want Star Wars for a new generation. They want the Star Wars that was made for the old generation. That's what everybody's clamoring for. Stop this crazy marketing. Wild Man of Yavin for 5. Teddy D, Fitty D, Fitty D. Whisper words of wisdom.
Whisper words of wisdom, Teddy D.
Yeah.
Fitty D, Fitty D, Fitty D, Fitty D. Culture.
Whisper words of wisdom, Fitty D.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yavin, you're taking us places. You know what? We'll play it again. We'll play it again for you.
It was a peaceful planet until he arrived. Then he brought wild to our skies.
Oh, here we go. It's time to party. It's time to live it up.
The crowd out there is
It
saying,
it
we need to do
sounds
the.
so much like 80s. I love it. I just
Isn't it
love
great?
Teddy's. I love it so much.
They're wanting the Homer Simpson fiddly D. I don't remember how Homer says that. Fiddly dee dee dee. Something like that. I don't remember right now. Fiddly dee 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 dee. I don't remember. I remember it's something he says back to Ned. Flanders.
Flanders?
You know, stupid Flanders. Oh, look at me. I'm Flanders. Fiddly dee. That's right. Christian Gorlejo for 10. This is a question for culture. Could they install charging systems? We hope it's not charring systems. That was installed at Big Thunder. Charging systems below the track so the cars can charge while parked at certain spots and get the electricity from solar panel towers, like from parking lots that can double as shade.
Yeah, that is a mechanism they could employ. Somebody also considered the idea of electrifying the track that's in the center rail. That's terrifying because young children may decide they want to run around. I've seen this happen on the attraction before. Run around.
You wouldn't want to pee on that, right, Culture? So if the guy who jumped off of Kilimanjaro Safaris, you would not want to whiz.
That was urgent. That was an urgent moment. Right.
You would not want to whiz on the electric car charging system.
No, or an electric fence. That's not good either.
Might just blow the whole wee right off if you pee on that thing.
I look, the whole idea here.
I can't drink anything on this show.
You can't. The whole idea here is to make it safe and make it more accessible. And again, if you're going to do this kind of thing, Disney, every time they redesign an attraction, which is the whole reason why they wanted to get rid of the riverboat anyway, or one of the many reasons they wanted to. They didn't want anybody to remember where we came from and what we went through to get where we are as pioneering people as we were in the States. But they couldn't make certain elements completely ADA accessible, and that's going to be something that Disneyland, every time they go to do something new, they have to fight with. Every time they go to do something new at Disney World, they're going to fight with it because now their feet are held to the fire in a whole different way in Florida than they ever have been because of the loss of Reedy Creek, the first $1 trillion mistake a company's ever made.
$1 trillion error. All right, folks. After this next segment, we've got the Culture Casino, Garden Place. I don't know how long he's going to go. Maybe an hour, maybe 2. He could say whatever he wants to. I'm going to ask, listen, to facilitate Culture, I'm going to ask you some questions about plants and
fair enough.
horticulture.
Fair enough, but also consider this. I can't stay all that long because I'm making a guest appearance with our friends Nat and the Guy.
We gotta hurry then. We gotta hurry.
Yeah, that's around noon Pacific time.
Here we go.
So.
I just can't wait for 3 days of you and me.
Well, the Magic Kingdom is cutting costs at the same time that Josh Tomorrow is taking over as CEO. Theme parks at Orlando suddenly don't look so, illustrious. Magic Kingdom welcomes excuse me, folks. Let me try that again. Magic Kingdom Welcome Show, the Magic Kingdom Welcome Show. Let the Magic Begin. Will not be returning after castle work. This is from Marvin Montanaro at That Park Place. For a long time, Walt Disney World fans, another beloved Magic Kingdom tradition is officially becoming a memory. According to a new report from WDW Magic, the live version of the Magic Kingdom Welcome Show, Let the Magic Begin, will not return after the ongoing work on Cinderella Castle is completed. Instead, Disney is reportedly keeping the opening ceremony in its current audio-only format permanently, ending a live entertainment tradition that has greeted guests at the park for decades. Now, this particular show has been going on since 2017, but they've been doing a starting show forever. The decision marks yet another example of Walt Disney World quietly phasing out smaller guest experiences that help make the parks feel unique in the first place. The current version of Let the Magic Begin debuted in 2017 at Magic Kingdom, replacing the older Welcome Show that took place atop the Main Street USA train station.
Which was
the original
better.
Train station opening became iconic. Guests would gather outside the gates before rope drop as Mickey in the game welcomed everyone in the park with music, dancing, and a burst of energy that truly made the start of a Disney Day feel special. You can see here the final Welcome Show on Main Street. All right, well, let's play this without the audio. We want to say thank you to the Diz for this one. Let's see, where's our audio at? We don't have, oh, there it is, up there. So here we go. Here's the video from the Diz. This is what they did every day. And this particular show, they did this. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know when this started. This may go all the way back to the beginning. I don't know.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you.
Okay, so here's the show. Now it's going to take a while for it to come out of here, but it's amazing to me that this is going away, and there's not a lot being said about it. It didn't happen on days where it was raining, but this made people feel like, hey, the magic is starting, and then the Dapper Dans were waiting for you on Main Street and all this stuff. They just keep stripping away the stuff that made, Magic Kingdom so darn special. I mean, look, here they are running out there. You can tell this was taken in the winter. They've got on their jackets, their coats, and but it was like the movie was about to start, and they brought out the red carpet for you, and they keep getting rid of this stuff. And I've had enough of it. Ron, I'll go to you because you've been a cast member. We'll start it off there. What do you make of the idea that all of these things that make the parks special, they keep stripping away, and it can't cost that much? These performers go on a Main Street after this, and surely they're going to be on Main Street, in the first few hours of the park. So this didn't even cost hardly anything.
It's very for something like this, a tradition to go away completely. If it does, it would be very weird. It would just be, it would be strange because people rope drop for this reason. People, I mean, when you're on a Disney vacation, this is one of those things that makes that difference. The whole reason people come to a Disney park, come to do a Disney vacation, the reason they pay thousands of dollars per night to stay at the Contemporary or Grand Floridian or Polynesian so that they can, grab the earliest monorail that they can take and get over there and get to this park at rope drop and see this kind of stuff. This makes people's day. And
you know why this is going away, Ron? Because there's no lightning lane associated with this. Nobody's going to pay a lightning lane for this. So that it's got to go away. We can't monetize it. Why don't we let's go ahead and let's just demolish the electrical water pageant too. I mean, you can't lightning lane that. It's from an ancient era. I mean, that's where we're headed with this kind of stuff. They took this away first, then they took away the Good Morning Castle show, and it's like, okay, now there's no more. Hey, welcome to the park. We're glad to have you. It's a brand new day. And I actually think that it degrades the cast member experience too when we're taking this stuff away.
And yet part of the perk of staying on property is you get to get inside the park 30 minutes before everyone else. So this is like one of the perks you're taking away. So why are you stripping away benefits of staying on property? Then it's going to, make people more and more and more less wanting to stay on property. They're going to stay elsewhere. There's a lot of other resorts that are nicer anyway, like Evermore.
look how cool it's always been, right? The characters are riding the train to the train station to welcome you in, Mickey and Pluto, and getting rid of this. It's just like, guys, this is what Disney should be. This is like, you don't have the stuff that Epic Universe has anymore, but by golly, you got this. And this is the kind of stuff that'll keep people coming. Even if they don't show up for this show, the fact that it exists makes everybody feel better because they know that if they could have been there when it opened, they would have been greeted this way. And they see it on YouTube and they hear about it. Their friends tell them about it. And you got the special guests riding the train too. And it's just like,
oh, I'm seeing that.
Come on.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was always a tough cue to get right for the train.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed. You got to have that timed exactly right. Culture, do you know? I'm assuming they stage the train over past Tomorrowland just before, and when the time comes, they move it forward. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Did they load the characters? I don't want to.
Everybody loaded at the other station, the Tomorrowland station for this, but. Yeah, like you said, I mean, when you see all this happening in behind the scenes in real time, you were amazed. And again, this got replaced in 2017 with a shopping experience ahead of park open. And again, this is Disney just trying to extract more dollars from captive audiences. And it took away something very special. You are no longer entering a magical place at the beginning of the day. Because each of those portals was closed.
So now the 2017 replacement is gone.
Yeah.
Right? 2017 replacement was the new castle show. And it's like, okay, well, that's gone too now. And I understood it when they did it. Like, okay, so we got to get people on Main Street because there's so many people waiting to get in the park now. And there's early magic hours. Okay, so we're going to load up Main Street and then rope drop happens at the hub. Okay, got it. But still, it's like, that's not good enough. Okay, now we're going to play some music for you. Well, la-dee-da, I'm ready. Soon they'll be getting rid of the kiss goodnight. They'll say, well, it's just too hard to hit the button to make the kiss goodnight on the castle.
Look, the Sword in the Stone show is something that's almost never done anymore, right? That was another element that kept the kids in Fantasyland. It was an opportunity.
It's a viral thing. Yeah. People. So they keep doing this stuff over and over. I don't get it, folks, but that's the latest thing that they've taken away. And I got to say, Josh D'Amaro, people want to like you. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, Josh. Maybe you just smell good. You look good. I don't know what it is, but people want to like you. This kind of stuff is what's going to eliminate that. So don't do it. Keep these kind of things. There can't be hardly any cost associated with it. Honestly, there can't be any cost. Panel, any final thoughts?
Oh, it beats me. They're always having live auditions for live entertainers. They're looking for actors and performers, and I don't know. Maybe they will bring it back. I'm not sure.
Those equity positions, though, are something they're trying to get rid of because of the unions, and I'm sure Ron can speak to that as well.
Oh yeah. So, one of my friends, a personal friend of mine, was she lost her position. I mean, not completely, but she did the sword show. So she was one of those performers that got cut when that show got cut. There's other ways that they get moved around from time to time, but it's not the same. And Disney, being the theme park company known the best for live entertainment in the parks, has done so much cutting down of the live entertainment in the parks that it is in fact heartbreaking, because it's one of the best things that Disney has. The shows that they still have going on, still some of those are amazing. I love the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom, and you see Friendship Fair that's out there. I hope they don't get rid of that. And there's still some of it, but you were so immersed in it before. The Hollywood Streets of Hollywood players. I don't see the people, like the old school people running up and down Main Street anymore. I miss it. I miss it because it's part of feeling like I even feel like that's something they missed out on Galaxy's Edge, is having more performers who are not necessarily the Mandalorian or their made up Vi character, but just like aliens, just people that look like are, if the aliens were walking around that world and you felt like, oh wow, or when you go into Olga's Cantina and there were like 10 different creatures there.
That would be so cool. Yeah.
It's not what it could be, and it's certainly not what it once was.
Well said. And it's across the Disney parks.
You didn't. Well, of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
All right, folks, it's time for the Culture Casino Horticulture Hour. Before, though, we give him the power, we must say farewell to Ron. For Ron is preparing a dish that you can't miss out on. Ron, what do you got coming up on your show after this one?
Well, we're going to talk about how the devil is ruling Hollywood. Well, at least at the box office over the weekend. The Devil Wears Prada 2. However, you never know where that may go. That discussion and a few more things. And I'll certainly talk about my recent experience at Disney's Hollywood Studios and how that relates. And there's a whole Hollywood Studios new video up on my channel that the videos that I'm doing now, whether it's vlog or news videos, I'm calling them the dish drops because they all will relate to the news and commentary of things that are going on in the parks or pop culture.
All right. We can't wait, Ron. We'll see you in just a few. Get over there and get that thing started, and we'll send them your way. All right, folks, with that, let's get to it. We've got 4 super chats, and then it's time for culture. Snarky for 5. I waited no longer than 2 minutes. In the midst of a game, you got to me quick. No worries. You rock. No, you rock, Snarky. We appreciate you. Thank you. Dan's Life at the Kingdom member for 22 months. Coming in on 2 years. Epic is giving people what they want. Disney is not.
That's
True
it.
story.
True dat. Bruce Newhouse for 999. In the mid-'80s, 40 Disney characters would be waiting outside the gates for 30 minutes prior to early opening for free meet and greets. That's true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Then they would enter with the resort guests and stay on Main Street.
You know what? That just brings tears to my eyes. Yeah. Beautiful, magical moments, the Disney difference. Holy cow. And that's what kept the families coming back. Oh, we got to go back. Do you remember that time? Yeah, I remember. And then,
But what kept them away was the weird.
It cost nothing.
But what kept them away was the weird Winnie the Pooh costume. That creeped me out in the 80s. Nobody liked it. Have you guys remember with the honey pot on his head? It was so bizarre.
Poor Pooh.
Oh, Pooh.
Beautiful days, man.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right. Wild Men of Yavin for 10. That was my point from the previous super chat. That happened. Disney made you feel special.
Yeah.
We felt special after, and my daughter actually remembers it. She was 4. Disney, if you are listening, please. That's right. Bring back the magic. The magic is treating people like they truly do matter, like each and every one of them is a VIP. Culture Casino, it's time for you. It's your VIP moment.
Okay.
Culture, I have questions for you.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
Well, I mean, if they're reasonable questions, sure. By the way, I have my Buc-ee's hat too, MJ. So.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
My
I don't have
so.
the beaver though.
Culture, why are all beans legumes, but a pea is not a legume?
It's a good question. I don't know. I'm not a professional horticulturist. I'm a hobbyist gardener.
Oh my God.
But I do know that peas are quite lovely. They are their own seed packet, which is amazing. And much like beans, they can just be sowed directly after a proper soak. And actually, I'm going to be showing a video in the future utilizing hydrogen peroxide to help start your seeds, and it mixed with water, of course. But it's an old Amish farming technique to make sure you get closer to 100% germination of what you're planting.
Do you enjoy eating fresh peas out of the garden? They can be eaten raw, right?
Yeah. In fact, I used to pull snow peas right off the pod. Something my grandfather had me doing. So this year, this winter, actually, I planted the crop in November. I had peas ready to eat in January. So yeah. In fact, I could eat peas and sweet peas, all kinds. I think I grew like 7 different kinds of peas or string beans.
What is your favorite kind of bean? Culture. Favorite bean.
like I like to grow Cuban black beans. I like to grow black beans so I can make Cuban beans.
Me too.
At home.
Me too.
I think that they offer a denser texture and flavor than regular pinto beans.
Is a black-eyed pea actually a bean culture?
I think so. I honestly can't answer that question. I've not looked into the phylum.
This gets so confusing when peas can be beans, but beans can't be peas. It's so I never.
It's strange. It's strange. Yeah. But yeah, and look, I recently did a video. This was very important on companion planting because people struggle sometimes with getting certain plants to grow certain times of the year because they're like invaded by pests and stuff like that. And so companion planting becomes more important, especially with your aromatics and tomatoes, to get the right mix of companion plants down there. Like marigolds are great for pest control. As are, lavender. Lavender's excellent as a companion plant to tomatoes, but so too are herbs such as rosemary and
I was
basil.
just going to ask you about rosemary. Does rosemary and basil attract like
you get
pests
pollinators? Yeah, you get you everything I'm talking about gets rid of pests. Lavender draws pollinators, but also creates bugs are driven by two things. One of them primarily is the scent. So if you confuse the scent around a plant that you're trying to protect, the bugs, they basically don't see it. So some people will use alums like onions and things like that around plants they're trying to protect for that same reason. So just imagine in a 5 or 15 gallon pot or even a 5 gallon bucket, you're centering your tomato, an indeterminate tomato, to make it into a tomato tree. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, surrounding it, you put non-competitive plants, staged, you start to plant them, and the flowers of the marigolds are a protection system. So is the lavender. So is all the stuff. The lavender is going to bring the pollinators for the various pollinators like bees and such. It's just a good way to go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm one of those weird guys that trellises stuff like crazy because I like to grow things up, and that's perfect for somebody with limited space.
Culture, final question for you.
Yeah.
We know that eating flavonoids is one of the best ways to increase lifespan and health span.
Yeah.
What are your favorite foods, your favorite vegetables and fruits for getting those wonderful flavonoids?
Dark chocolate, and of course anything like purple potatoes. Anything that's going to develop your stem cells are things you want to get invested in. Original dark chocolate, actual dark chocolate, like 85% cacao. That's high in flavonoids.
Did you say cacao?
Cacao.
Like cacao. Captain Cacao at Epic Universe?
Cacao.
He's the famous bear over there.
Yeah.
Did you get that bear culture? You got to get, someone has to send
I have Duffy.
Captain Cacao.
I don't have Captain Cacao. I do have Duffy.
Okay. Okay.
But I'll just say it this way. I think everybody should look at dark chocolate as an opportunity. If you can make a dark chocolate like cup of cocoa, that's probably the best way to go. One of the best ways to do an intake. If you do that for 30 days, I bet you'll feel different for some reason. You won't be able to explain it, but
there you go. My favorite, blueberries. Blueberries, I think, are a great way to get those flavonoids.
In fact, purple. The color purple is kind of an indicator. Like the darker vegetables are kind of an indicator for that. And again, I mean, beans, legumes, and other things like that, because of their fiber content, despite the fact that they are a carbohydrate heavy consumption item, they really are made more bioavailable to your system because of the fiber, and that's important.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, get over there and follow MagicalyMJ with 1L on X and the Instagrammies. Follow Culture Casino on the Culture Casino YouTube channel, as well as That Garden Place. And I'll be showing my face around this place very soon, folks. End of May, we've got a reveal of not only me, but the studio, and forevermore, henceforth, on camera with the rest of this crew, being crazy with all of you and having a great time. Folks, we hope we brought you the news that should be fun, and we hope that the day was won by hanging out with us. Pro Show tonight at 9 p.m. Don't miss it. Fake Wiz will be there. And we're going places the rest of the mainstream, lamestream, dinosaur media would never dare. It's going to be fun with me and you.
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Let's go. Let's go. Culture Casino.
When injustice strikes, I strike back.
Flamethrowing bears can't keep the man down. Bearded and burning, it's a Campione town. Kumquats and roses, snap peas and lotus. Watch the jugular. Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Casino. Kodiak bots can't stomp his produce down. Check out his latest Ponderosa Lemons Estate.
Postmodern neo-Marxist fear my God. Always wash your purple potatoes, you'll think. Postmodern neo-Marxist fear my God.
Culture Casino. Let's go. Culture Casino. Let's go. When the EMS tries their best, strap him down, check his chest. Yeah, check Casino. Casino. Culture Casino. Casino. Culture Casino.
Culture Casino, defender of the real.